That's a cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that? A lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome. A lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody.
What is going on in Madison Square Garden? This is how Donald Trump wants to close out his campaign. This is an utter disaster, folks. Right there, that's supposedly a comedian named Tony Hinchcliffe right there saying that Puerto Rico is garbage. It should be noted that there's 450,000 Puerto Ricans who live in Pennsylvania, 100,000 Puerto Ricans who live in North Carolina, 65,000 in Wisconsin, 50,000 in Michigan, 1.1 million in Florida, 1 million in New York, and also lots of Puerto Ricans who live in Texas as well. Believe it or not, it got worse from there at this Madison Square Garden event, off the rails before Donald Trump even took the stage. You see right there, Marjorie Taylor Greene and all of the MAGA individuals are there. Let's take a look at what went down next. Here's that so-called comedian again saying more horrific things about the Latino community. Play the clip.
I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country. Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor.
Here's another individual right here named Sid Rosenberg, who's, I guess, a radio host. And just take a listen to what he says right here. Play this one.
She is some sick bastard, that Hillary Clinton, huh? What a sick son of a bitch. The whole fucking party, a bunch of degenerates, lowlives, Jew haters, and lowlives. Every one of them. Every one of them.
Oh, and of course we have Rudy Giuliani wearing MAGA sneakers. Do you see those sneakers right there? He appears to be, and just appears to be, inebriated. He calls the train derailment in East Palestine a subway derailment in New Palestine. Here, play this clip.
Remember New Palestine? Remember New Palestine? When they had the subway derailment? Place was horrible. People are still dying. He went there. I went there. I did my television show from there. It took Biden a year to go there because those people are deplorables.
And then you had this other individual right here, someone by the name of David Rem. He holds up a cross and starts screaming, yelling, and saying that Hillary Clinton is the Antichrist. I guess this is what they view as how they're going to appeal to swing voters and independents. Here, play the clip right here.
In fact, she is the devil, whoever screamed that out. She is the Antichrist.
Back to the other individual. Here's what he says. Just starts cursing, using the F word over and over again. Play the clip.
You got homeless and veterans, Americans, sleeping in their own feces on a bench in Central Park. But the fucking illegals, they get whatever they want, don't they?
Here we got Giuliani. Let's play this one.
There's no place in America the president shouldn't be able to come.
And I guess the person's self-aware here, referring to the event as a Nazi rally. Here, play this.
I get back and they go, Sid, you want to speak at this MSG thing? I go, sure. Out of character for me to speak at a Nazi rally. I was just in Israel, but I took the gig.
Okay, then Alina Habba, Donald Trump's lawyer, takes the stage. You see her dancing right there on stage, just totally normal lawyer things that you see. And here she is holding her MAGA jacket, and she goes, I put my MAGA jacket to trigger Hillary Clinton. Here, play this clip.
You see, I put my MAGA jacket to trigger Hillary Clinton. There you go, Hill.
Oh, and they're totally having a normal one at this bizarre event here. Here, play this clip.
The fake media out there who won't show my story or won't back Donald Trump. I love you, Donald. God bless America, and God bless the United States of America. USA, 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 USA.
Then Alina Habba, Donald Trump's lawyer, says they thought that they could kill Donald Trump. Who's the they? The individual in Butler, Pennsylvania was a Republican. The other individual in Florida was someone who voted for Donald Trump in 2016. And by the way, she still has that god-awful MAGA jacket right there. Here, watch this clip.
9 days, it's your turn to cast a vote for the man who's been in the trenches with you, the man who gets back up every time they try and knock him down. They thought they could break us. They thought they could scare us. They thought they could jail us, and they thought they could kill him. But they don't know. What doesn't break you makes you stronger.
And then you call in Stephen Miller, who goes, America is for Americans only, and that's the chant that he starts to lead in this audience in Madison Square Garden. Play this clip.
The cartels are gone. The criminal migrants are gone. The gangs are gone. America is for Americans and Americans only. One man. And that man, ladies and gentlemen, that man took a bullet for you. He took a bullet for democracy.
And there was the America First Nazi rally that took place back in the 1930s in Madison Square Garden. That's why Donald Trump really wanted those Nazi optics to close at his event. As this one account says, the Nazi rally was a shit ton more subtle than this shit right here. Here is another speaker by the name of Grant Cardone, who calls and this guy's been accused of fraud, Scientologist. Here he calls Mark Cuban a simp and says that Kamala Harris has pimp handlers. Here, let me show you this.
No, this is complete gone. Not even her simp, Mark Cuban, can sell this. Even Marky Boy says this would destroy the global economy and take the USA down with it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kamala Harris is the least qualified candidate to ever run for any political office in American history. She makes her boss look competent. She's a fake. I'm not here to invalidate her. She's a fake, a fraud. She's a pretender. Her and her pimp handlers will destroy our country. They will. They've already crippled the dollar, manufactured inflation, imported a virus, censored your voices, funded transgender surgeries, and made empty promises to the middle class for 50 years. This election has to be more than a victory. It needs to be a landslide. We need to slaughter this other people. We need to bring 100 million votes to Donald Trump. Not 74, not 81, 100 million votes. Can you do it?
If you want to know what's taking place in front of the event, you have people who are dressed up as Kim Jong-un, and all the right-wing propaganda channels are playing the video of a fake Kim Jong-un saying that he's endorsing Donald Trump as the supreme leader of the United States. Here, let's play this one.
Premier, thank you for coming out for President Trump. My gosh, the leader of North Korea.
Yes, that's right.
What are your thoughts on today, my friend, regarding President Trump?
I'm endorsing Donald Trump as Supreme Leader of the United States.
We have the Supreme Leader of North Korea endorsing President Trump in the United States here.
He won't be the president. He'll be the supreme leader. And with him in power, there'll be no more elections. No need to get up on a Tuesday and go vote. He will tell you what to do and you will do it, just like my country.
I love that. We'll keep talking to the fans here and have a fun time with it. It's also great, these MAGA rallies, you get comedians out here doing their thing.
Back on to what's going on inside Madison Square Garden. Here's Byron Donalds. Play the clip.
But the last thing we're going to fix, and it's a big one. You see, I got 3 kids. They're all boys. And I'll be damned if you're going to have some school tell my boys that they can now be girls. Not on my watch. Not on the watch of Donald Trump. I can promise you that.
You know, this goes back to what Donald Trump and all these MAGAs are making up. I mean, how weird and bizarre is it? They're saying that parents send their boys to school and then the school forcibly removes the boys' genitals and they come back female. That's not happening, but that's what they're talking about in Madison Square Garden. Back to Stephen Miller right here. Let's play it.
After libel, lawsuit after lawsuit. They tried to jail him. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to imprison him. And they even tried to take his life with not 1, but 2 assassination attempts.
And again, they're going with, oh, they tried to take his life. Who's the they? The shooter was a Republican. And by the way, Donald Trump refuses to release his medical records. Even when he was on Joe Rogan, Rogan was like, can I see what your ear looks like? And Rogan's like, I don't even see a mark on your ear. In any event, as Brian Tyler Cohen posted, these 2 images were posted at the exact same minute. On the one hand, you have Trump's surrogate, who you saw at the beginning of the video, saying that Puerto Rico is horrible, Puerto Rico is garbage. And on the other hand, you have Vice President Kamala Harris at Fred and Tony's restaurant, a decades-old Puerto Rican restaurant in North Philly. Vice President Harris says she will have a Puerto Rican Opportunity Economic Task Force, says her administration will focus on bringing resources and investments to deal with the island's electric grid. As Sharon Yang says, quite a jarring split screen happening right now between VP Harris in Philly and Trump's rally in New York. And a lot of people are taking notice, including Bad Bunny. He just shared Vice President Kamala Harris's plan for Puerto Rico to his 45 million followers. Take note, Puerto Rico. Ana Navarro Cardenas also responds today at Vice President Kamala Harris released a detailed policy proposal to help Puerto Rico and Puerto Ricans. On the other hand, at the Trump rally, this is going on, but nah. They're not piece of shit racists who treat Puerto Ricans as second-class U.S. citizens. It's just our imagination, she says sarcastically. Puerto Ricans pay attention. Oh, and by the way, here's the Grant Cardone article from the Huffington Post. Cardone says he can make you a billionaire. His investors claim he defrauded them. I guess a perfect speaker at a Trump event. Our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, goes, so far the speakers at the Trump rally has been a disgusting racist who trashed Jews, Latinos, and black people, a drunk, disbarred guy under indictment who just lost everything in a lawsuit, and an unhinged Christian nationalist who called Harris the Antichrist. Filipkowski also writes, this rally is actually making the 1939 Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden look sane, tolerant, and rational by comparison. America, we cannot hand over the U.S. government to these freaks. He also writes, so far the biggest difference between the Trump rally and the Trump rally at Madison Square Garden and the Nazi rally at Madison Square Garden in 1939 is that the latter was televised in black and white. Oh yeah, I forgot this moment right here where Vivek Ramaswamy says that New York, where Donald Trump is trailing by more than 20 points, is a swing state. Let's play the clip right here.
I had a friend of mine, smart guy, he's a billionaire, texted me this morning. And he said, why the hell are you guys wasting your time in New York City instead of going to a swing state? You want to know what I told him? I said, welcome to 2024. New York is a swing state.
As Mike Madrid says, Pennsylvania was said to have the biggest share of GOP defections and Harris' best performing Latino numbers in the battleground states. This racist rally seems to pretty much lock it in. Well, there you have it, folks. That's just what's happening right now. This is before Donald Trump even took the stage. Of course, we'll cover that as well. Tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers, and thank you for your support.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.